All right, you guys, the cat is out of the bag. We have been working on this new product for over a year, and we're finally bringing it to market, and I cannot wait to share with you all the features and benefits of something that is really going to change everything in enhancement as we know. Welcome to Young Nails Extreme Low Odor Acrylic System. One thing I need to stress before we get into the demonstration, this system is to be used with each other. You cannot cross mix this liquid with our traditional powders, our liquid with other powders, this powder with other liquids. The only way that the system can stay extreme low odor and have the workability that it does, it has to work together. This is what we have been in development for over a year. You guys are going to see in the new Pro Kit 5 new powders, right? We have a sheer pink, a cover nude, a clear, a bright pink, and a bright white. The kit is going to be equipped with 2 liquids and a high-performance Kolinsky brush. This is some of the product that's going to encompass all the stuff you need to start doing incredible nails. Now, what does this system do that separates it from everything? Now, you know as well as I do, our traditional acrylic system is by far the best in the industry. But here's the thing, right? For those of you that work in a spa, for those of you that work in salon suites, for those of you that might work out of your house, at school, or in an environment where someone does not want to smell acrylic liquid, dude, get ready. Because this system, again, when you work with it, you're going to notice, again, an extreme low odor, but everyone around in the room next to you, right? Or even like sitting 10 feet away from you, they're not gonna smell anything at all. And the performance works just like traditional acrylic. Check this out. The first thing you're going to notice, right, when you pour the liquid inside the dish is it has, again, an extreme low odor, right? Because a lot of you who work with acrylic, like if you're not used to it, or you've, again, have had kind of a negative response to the way it smells, when you open this, you're just like, wow, I can barely smell it, right? And you know, for those of you who have worked with an odorless product, right? I remember when I was in school and I worked with an odorless liquid and powder. I remember the first time I tried to set it down, I was like, are you joking? It's so gummy, it runs all over the place, it sets kind of from the bottom to the top. Like, the workability is nothing like traditional acrylic. And for those of you who work with our traditional system, you know, right? The performance, how it sets, how it performs, not again during application, but again, what does it look like fill after fill after fill, right? So this, again, when you see how this works, when you see how it performs, and not only that, when no one around you is complaining about the smell, bro, you are going, again, to be so pumped that you have something that you could rely on. So what I've done is I have a blank nail. We're gonna go through the whole entire process. You have to push the cuticles back to start, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use a medium arbor band, and we're going to gently remove the shine from the surface of the nail. Once that is done, we're going to be using swipe to cleanse the surface of the natural nail. Right, what this is going to do is it's going to remove all the oils and contaminants and the dust from the surface. And then this is going to set us up for protein bond application. Once that is done, we're now ready for application. All right, let's go ahead and put a form on the fingernail. All right, so what I like to do is pre-pinch it. I'm just going to lightly get this underneath so that it's touching, right, the very, very end of the free edge. Now this is the crazy thing. I'm gonna be working with the Artistic Sculptor. This is the brush that comes inside the Pro kit. It's a number 9 brush. You could choose to use the Greg Signature Series brush, which is my preference, but I wanna be able to show you what you're going to get inside that Pro kit. The first thing you're going to notice, when you submerge your brush in the liquid and then you lightly tap this side, when you go in to pick up the powder, you're going to notice how incredible it picks up. You're also going to notice, look at this, right? If I lightly tap off excess and I set this to the front of my form, dude, it does not run anywhere. What I'm going to be able to do is I'm going to be able to work this. And again, you guys know what I do. I like to bring it down to the side, work it from the top, bring it down, even with the growth channel, and get this as tight to the sides as I possibly can, right? And then what I like to do, if I'm gonna kind of create length, I'll kind of stretch the product out. It's absolutely incredible. The product, and one of the features that we wanted to make sure we had was kind of a medium to fast set. Now again, depending on temperature and how much liquid you use and how much time you wait and what you actually drain out, the workability is, I mean, it's next level, right? So once I actually have this on, we're just going to build out a slightly kind of tapered square free edge. We're gonna go into building the actual body. So what I like to do, again, I'm gonna submerge my brush, I'm going to lightly tap, and since I'm building a kind of an extended length nail, I'm going to pull down, I'm going to bounce inside the powder, I'm gonna get myself a nice, healthy, even bead. You know, again, I like to count out 2, 3, and then I'm gonna set this down, I'm gonna release. I'm going to use the tip of my brush to walk around the perimeter of their nail. I mean, dude, look at this. It does not, it doesn't run. It lightly moves. Like what we want to be able to achieve, look at this. I want to be able to achieve a beautiful workability where if I'm pulling through the surface, I'm not losing control. So you can see I'm getting around that cuticle area tight, and I'm able to feather this into the free edge with absolute perfect control. And again, keep my brush clean. Recommend doing all the same things you do when you're working with a traditional system. Clean your brush on a regular basis, wipe, do not change. Again, the workability is, again, epic. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm gonna submerge my brush. I'm gonna go back inside. You're going to notice again, beautiful pickup. What I like to do is I'm gonna set the product in between both beads. I'm going to blend back into the existing right body. I'm going to be, again, using my brush to walk from side to side, and then you're going to notice as I'm working down towards the free edge, right? Not only am I working down towards the tip, what I like to do is wipe my brush, right, and control it just like traditional acrylic. Perfect. All right. Now, once this is set, what we are going to do is we are going to file this into shape. So one thing I want you to realize, right? Again, the setting time of the product, again, it sets fast. You're talking 3 to 3.5 minutes. If you do have to pinch, you have to remember that your window is shorter, okay? But one thing you will notice when you're working with the extreme low odor system is it has just a slight dispersion layer on top. Again, what I do recommend is maybe taking swipe, coming over the surface, but the beautiful part about it is when you get into finishing, you don't have all this dust billowing everywhere, right? It's just gonna fall and get right into you filing it into absolute perfection. Now, after I'm done, right, to keep my brush clean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my brush inside my dish, just like this. This is really important because you want to be able to maintain the integrity of the brush. It's also really important after you're done finishing that you use, again, one of your table towels to pull any acrylic, if there is any, inside the brush. And what this is going to do, again, is make sure that your brush stays supple. All right, let's go ahead and remove the form. I'm telling you, like, the first thing you're going to notice is like how fast the product sets. And it's not just with the cover Nude. When you guys actually see how fast the bright white sets, the amount of time you're going to be saving when you're doing your pink and whites, dude, it's next level. All right, what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of swipe. Just going to lightly kind of just come over the surface. And then what we're going to do is set this up. I'm gonna be using, again, the coarse safety bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to file my side straight. I'm a stickler about shaping from the beginning. So you're gonna see I'm going to put in really, really straight sidewalls on the side. I'm going to slightly taper the front end of the nail. If I'm trying to get my lower arches straight, you guys know I like to turn the hand to the side, line the file parallel, right? And then file up until the lower arch reaches, right, the end of the growth channel. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposing side. Again, you're going to notice if there is, I'm not going to set it into the corner and come up. I need to use, again, the file at the lowest point and file up until it reaches the end of the growth channel, just like that. Once that is done, we're going to use our electric file and use the I-formation roadmap to file this into perfect shape. Once the nail is file finished, what I'm going to do is use protein bond around the perimeter and through the surface. What this is going to do is going to ensure that the gel top coat or any of the colors that you put on top are not going to chip away. Let's go ahead and use some stain resistant top coat. As you can see, it is absolutely going to blow you away. I'm excited that you guys are finally going to get your hands on technology that is going to make a huge difference in the environment you're in. We're really excited for you, again, to see the deals, the promos, the kits, and all the exciting things that you're going to be able to do with the Extreme Loader system. Look out for all the exciting things coming from Young Nails. Thank you, guys.
Subscribe to the channel.